Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny.
Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have law degrees. Marvelous.
Not your average Joseph.
And we here with Princess Shorty herself.
Shorty!
We are the Podical Sons. Let's start the damn show. How you feeling? Are we trying to go into some shit?
No.
Are you trying to just live? We trying to vibe
Let
in?
the people, because she's been away for a while. Let the people reacquaint, man.
Tell
Say hi to your fans,
your followers.
Hi.
They missed you. It's been a minute. You don't like us. I know it's because of him.
What?
He got light skin.
Oh, yes.
No comment. I'm back. I'm back outside.
Yes, this is good.
I'm outside.
You all docile now. It's all fun and games. So he say something to trigger you off.
Do you want to tell the people what had you inside for so long, or
COVID? And I was pregnant with twins, my girls.
Hey.
And we like to say they're beautiful young girls. So
My girls.
Congratulations.
We know they're
once
beautiful
again.
babies.
Thank you.
Congrats.
They're 8 months old now, so I'm kind of just getting back into the groove of my life and having some balance and not everything being diapers and baby food and sleepless nights.
But was it? What did you expect going in? Was it you expected? What
Parenthood?
You expected? Yeah.
Yeah.
From what people were telling you, did they describe it properly, or
no? What people basically told me that my life was gonna be over. Say goodbye to everything that I once knew. Fuck
How
your clothes.
encouraging.
Throw your clothes out. You ain't gonna fit no more. You're gonna be fat. Like it was everything
you had a lot
that
of positivity around.
It was it was a lot of discouraging stuff, but it wasn't from people that I was close to. It was like outside opinions, and like people were telling me that. I know this is a really big thing. Like when you have your child, you know, postpartum depression is a serious thing and it's a real thing.
Right.
But it was like, that's not the first thing that I want to hear about, like what I should be looking forward to after having my child. Even as real as it is, I wanted to hear, some more positivity. And it's like, if I go into this terrible mindset that it's like, I'm done, I'm washed, like this is it. Nothing else is going to happen for me.
Right.
It'll shape my whole experience.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. But the people, like my mom and my dad, were just really supportive and they were really positive. And my auntie and like my family was just they gave me a lot. They gave me like the strength to carry through with it and get through it. Yeah.
Nice. I'm always a fan of people with strong love and support corners.
Yeah, and my best friends, like my close friends, they were just so supportive. Like they checked on me so much. They didn't tell me anything negative. I mean, like they were real. They kept it real with me, but they didn't tell me anything like terrible. And the women that I have around me now that have children are doing so well. Like it's like the child was not a block to, some people act like the baby's like, oh, my foot is tied. I can't do shit. I can't go nowhere.
Can't live their dreams.
They can't live their dreams. They can't pursue things anymore.
Yeah.
And I admire the women that I see so much because they've gone on with life. Like it doesn't end,
That's what's up.
I really like, those were good examples for me. And my mom had my brother when she was a little bit older. She was in her 30s when she had my little brother. And so I got to see that because it's just a 12-year gap. I was 12 when she had him and I got to see that experience. And it's in my head. So I kind of knew what I was,
getting yourself into.
Yeah, I kind of knew a little bit.
That's what's up.
But the feelings though, oh no, I didn't know I was getting myself into that. And like with giving birth, I did not know what to expect.
Was it natural?
Because your first time around, you didn't just go one. Like you had twins the first time around.
Yeah, I was shocked. I never saw myself with children. Like I spoke about in like hypotheticals, like when you see a tweet or some crazy shit and people be like, my kids did this or this happened to my kids at school. I'm like, my kids,
be me.
Not my kids. I'm coming out of school.
Be me. None of my shit.
Yeah, not my shit. Like I've said stuff like that, but I never really saw myself being a mom or having kids or doing any of that.
Right.
And when it happened, actually I went to the hospital because I have cysts on my ovaries. Mm-hmm. I thought one burst on me. So I was really scared. I was in pain. I went to the hospital. I was like sweating. I was like really hot and I felt sick. And they did blood tests and I was like, what the hell did I do a blood test for? Like, just give me an ultrasound. Like, let me know what's wrong with me. sitting there, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then the doctor is like, "You're fine." I'm like, "So what? Why am I in pain? Like, am I not going to do ultrasound? I'll do one in the morning. You're just pregnant." I was like, what? Like, what?
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 Yeah.
Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, me? And everyone in the emergency room is looking at me because they're like, this woman's like, "Oh, congratulations." Shut the fuck, you talking about 24? I don't know. What am I going to do to baby? I'm acting like I'm 16.
Like,
I'm stressed.
I did not come here to hear that.
I did not come in here for this mess. Like, what are you talking about? So then I booked my ultrasound for the following morning. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just do this ultrasound. And then my family doctor calls me with the results. And she's like, "Are you sitting down?" And I'm like, "No, why?" She's like, "You're going to want to sit down for this one." And she's like, "There's 2, maybe 3 in there."
2, maybe 3.
What the fuck is this lady talking about?
So you potentially could have had triplets.
Yeah.
Super sperm. This episode is brought to you by Super Sperm.
No, this is Super Eggs. Okay? Super Eggs. So when she said that to me, I was like, I hung up the phone. She called me right back. And I was like, "Did you read the ultrasound properly? Like, are you sure? Like, do you even have your medical degree?" And I'm like really upset because I'm like, what is this lady talking about? Like, this is not even possible. You guys told me that people with PCOS have a hard time getting pregnant. Right. Oh, whatever. Like, not that ever bothered me because I wasn't planning on it anyway. And it was just like,
right.
What? Like, what are you talking about? So then they confirmed that there was 2 because they thought that there's one hidden like behind, and I was so early, so they couldn't tell. Right. So they confirmed it was 2. Then I was like, oh shit, I gotta call my parents. Like, we had a lot of discussions at the time, and then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna tell my parents because like once I tell my parents, it's like the hardest part of it. And I'm like, oh God, like I'm 16 and pregnant. What am I gonna do? Tell my mom and dad, like this is gonna be a nightmare. So I couldn't even go tell my parents to the face. I had to call them on the phone.
Wow.
I couldn't do it because I think everyone's gonna be in shock, right? Like no one was expecting that of me. It was just like so random.
But they knew you had a man though.
Yeah, but so, they were like,
what do you think? You guys play chess?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes. It doesn't matter about that. It was just like because, listen, it was a shock because this just wasn't supposed to be me. So I called them and I told them. And my mom put me on silent for she put me on mute for like a good 4 minutes. And I'm like, hello? Like, I know she put me on mute because she didn't hang up the phone. Right. She didn't say anything. And all I heard was, Andy. She called my dad. She put me on mute. And she came back to the phone. Dad, how far are you? I'm like, what? I'm like, I don't know. I think like the doctor said this. And she's like, what? She's like, how did you not know? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And it was just a whole lot of
I mean, if you haven't gone through it the first time,
I don't know anything right now.
You might miss the signals and the clues.
But to me, because I'm like, okay, my cycle is irregular, right? Because of the PCOS. So I did not know. Like, I don't come clockwork every 28 days. It's something that, or at the time it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah. So it wasn't every like 28 days, 30 days. Like I knew exactly what was coming. It just came whatever the hell it felt like. And I'm like, whatever. Like, oh, here you are. Like, welcome back. So it was a very confusing time for me. Like, are you sure? Like, are you just like gas? Like, are you sure? Like, is there like, what's wrong with me?
Shoot the club up. Shoot the club.
You gotta go. Yeah. So.
I mean, but if you play, that's Russian roulette. Like, I feel like if you don't know exactly how your cycle and stuff is pinpointed, you really want to take the shoot the club up chances like that? Those are penitentiary chances, though.
I wasn't.
He's like,
listen. I feel like
baby.
I feel like this pregnancy is sponsored by Hennessy, and I feel like Hennessy should cut me a check because this is what happens when you drink Hennessy. Okay, you get these really beautiful kids, Henny babies. Okay, and they're beautiful,
produced by the Henny wine.
Yeah, like
well, listen, man. I mean, they're beautiful, and it's a blessing because just like you're saying, people with that medical condition,
it's very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the fact that you've been blessed to have two, means that if you don't want to have to try and go through that whole episode again, at least you've been blessed, right?
Yeah,
and that's I look at it and say that's the greatest thing about it because, man, some women with your condition they're dying to have.
They're dying to have.
Yeah, just to have.
I know, and that's something that I thought about, and I was like, there are so many women like me that are just like every day they're like trying and they're taking ovulation tests and pregnancy tests and they're in and out the fertility clinic. And I was like,
IVF is not cheap.
It's not cheap. You get one free cycle in Canada though. That's what I learned. You get
Really?
one free cycle. Okay, wait. I think it's I don't know if it's Ontario. It might be Ontario because something is covered under OHOP. There's something that I learned when I was pregnant about you get one free cycle like per family or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it is a blessing in that sense. And yeah, when I was doing my ultrasounds, they were like, "Did you do fertility treatments?" I was like, "Hennessy." Like,
That's
what? My doctors kept asking me what I did, and I'm like, they asked me what my diet is like, and they asked me,
anytime you high fashion, you bougie with it.
Bougie? No.
She becomes a case study. 5 years from now, it's a news report.
Yeah,
Henny will increase,
right? Because it's not even like they're not identical twins; they're fraternal. So that means there's 2 eggs. I released 2. People with PCOS have difficulty releasing one. One just 2.
Yeah.
So they were like, they asked me so many questions, and they're making notes, and I'm like, I am not your next project.
You're a case study.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not your case
Tell them
study.
cut the check.
Yeah, like
Tell them cut the check.
if you, like I probably would, but I'm sure there's other people who have had PCOS and have fallen pregnant naturally. So there's that.
I feel like I'm just gonna see him like on a documentary on Netflix.
In a couple of years. I feel like
We've taken her cells. Apparently, she's cracked the formula.
The formula. I don't know what I did, but that's what happened. And then labor was like, hold on.
How long was your labor?
37 hours. I thought it was 36, but when I actually looked back at the footage, it was 37.
37 hours.
Yeah. Damn. I was on my way so I almost gave birth twice. Once at 20-something weeks, which is scary. Mm-hmm. And they give you hormones and stuff to stop the contractions and stuff from happening.
Yeah.
Right.
So the second time I did it, I don't remember what they gave me. Why is it such a blur and it just happened? It's crazy. You put everything to the back of your head.
It's called mommy brain. You got diapers, you got food to worry about.
Yeah, other things to worry about.
Other thing that's more important at this point.
So they happened to me again at like 9 weeks or something, and then they're like, okay, we're gonna try and get you to at least 30 something because it's better for the babies. I actually ended up making it to about 36 weeks, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, with twins, which is actually really, really good.
Yeah.
And then they were gonna induce me because my babies got to about, I think they're 5 pounds when they were born each. They're very small, which was safe enough for them to come out and everything. So then they said they're gonna induce me. I was in my bathroom and my water broke on my way to get induced. And I was like, oh shit, like this is really happening. Like, yo,
it's go time.
Like this is really bad.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. It was just like my water broke and I didn't feel any pain. I went to the hospital and they're asking me if I'm feeling anything. I'm like, no, nothing happened, blah, blah, blah. Then they sent me home. They gave me something, then they sent me home, and then I had to go back to the hospital like 10.
Did they ask you if you were because of your first time mother? That's why they want to send you home?
They sent me home because they're like, well, there's no reason for you to sit in labor assessment and you're not progressing, you're not dilating anymore. What time is it? It was about 10 o'clock at night. Yeah, 10 o'clock at night when I had to go back to the hospital because then I felt the contractions coming like this. And even though they were coming like this, I still wasn't dilating. So I was like, what is the problem here?
Yeah.
And then I was in labor assessment from 10 till about 6 o'clock in the morning when they finally checked me and they're like, oh, you reached, I think it was like 5 or 6 times. Like, we're going to admit you now to the, mother and baby unit or delivery or whatever it was. And I was like, okay. I was so tired. I was like, yeah, whatever. So they rolled me over into the next room. And then they're like, oh, yeah, just hang tight. It'll be a bit. Then they're like, we're going to have to give you an epidural. And I was like, this is the part that I was scared of my whole pregnancy was the epidural. Because I don't have a fear of needles, but when I saw the needle for the epidural, I was like, whoa. And I also do not like feeling numb or feeling like I have no control of myself, which is really scary for me. So that bothered me my whole pregnancy. And when they came to do
that's a different type of pain if you're getting a C-section and stuff, though.
Man, listen, they gave me the epidural because they're like, you're gonna give birth in the operating room in case we have to give you a C-section.
Right.
So, and this is standard. They do this with all multiples apparently, and the freezing needle hurt like shit when they're running that catheter up your back with that epidural. Okay, that was like the worst. That was like the worst. But then you start to feel better. Like you like feel this relief of pressure, and you're just sitting there. I pretty much slept the whole day. I couldn't eat. I drank water. I just kind of sat there. Then they came and broke my other water for the other baby because it wouldn't break. And then all you hear is like, whoosh. Like, wait, is that me? And they're like, yeah, because I couldn't feel it. They're like, wait, is that me? And then this guy's over there. He's there like, ew. Like, you know, I know he's like watching me. He's like, ew. Like, you know, he's so, like, why is this happening? But there was that. Then my mom showed up.
But it's new experience to a father too, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's totally new, but I mean, he was definitely in shock, I think, like that whole day. And he didn't think it was going to take that long either. Because because of COVID, I had to go through the first half of my labor by myself, and then he could come in after, right? Yeah, he came in after, and then my mom came in later around like 7 or 8 o'clock. Because they allowed you to have 2 support persons, so they said.
Hospitals start freeing up some kind of
exactly
policies.
So then my mom came. My mom was just like, she's like, why do you look so swollen? Because I had so much fluid being pumped into me. And then I think it was like around, it was around like 12 when I started to feel like really woozy, like midnight. And then that's when they said to me, they're like, oh, you know, your blood pressure is dropping, your heart rate's dropping, the baby's losing air, we gotta go. I had to do an emergency C-section. I was trying to push. I got to 9 centimeters, and Amelia was right there, but Amaya was losing air, so I had to that was it. I didn't have a choice anymore, and I felt myself going right.
Yeah.
And then when I was on the table, I wasn't even frozen enough, and they were trying to the anesthesiologist was right at my head, and he was trying to push, and I felt him every time he pushed more anesthetic into me. I was like. I felt cold. I started feeling myself getting colder and colder and colder. I'm like, am I going into shock? So I was laying there and I couldn't even talk and my teeth were chattering. And then it was like, I felt this pulling and tugging from my C-section. You can't tell me that's normal. They say, oh, you're going to feel some pressure. No. I felt that shit. That was what was really bad for me. Mm-hmm. And then I heard Amelia came out and she was crying. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, it's Amelia. And they're like, oh, everyone's like, her name is so nice. And then I couldn't pay attention to anything else, but then I didn't hear my other baby. And she wasn't crying. She was barely breathing, nothing. She was blue. Mm-hmm. And then they're trying to keep me calm or keep me distracted because I guess I was already so messed up that they didn't, any little thing probably throw me off the edge. And they didn't tell him either because they were like, well, I think he knew what was going on, but there was just so much happening in the room, and I had a team of about 20 doctors in the room.
No, I'm about to say normally even a regular C-section.
There's a couple people. There's more than that, but because there's twins, so I had the anesthesiologist, I had my delivery doctor. There's a lot of nurses in the room. Then there was an extra set of nurses for Amaya because of what happened to her. So there was a lot going on. There were a lot of people in the room. It was just so chaotic, and I was in a lot of pain. I was in so much pain. And then I started to get nervous and I was like, where's Amaya? What's wrong with her? I don't hear her. I started to get really nervous. And then I knocked out for a second. I think I went unconscious. And then I was like, I don't remember, but I remember them putting both the babies on me and them both being okay. And then I kind of came back into it and they rolled me back into my room. My mom was there. My mom was like, oh, they're so small. My mom was, but then she's like, wait, what's wrong with her? Is she okay? What's going on? My mom started to get a little nervous.
Right.
And then all I hear is Amaya, she's hungry. She's making noise because she's hungry. Yeah. And then they're like, they took the babies from me because they had to give me a blood transfusion. So I lost so much blood during my C-section. I had to get blood. I had to get iron. The babies were okay, though. They ended up being perfectly fine. But it was me who was a mess. And I think that was pretty much it. I'm just traumatized. I had a terrible...
It sounds like a traumatizing
That should sound like an action-packed movie.
It was insane. I think I couldn't do it again. I could not do it again.
But that's why he gave you 2.
Yeah, because I couldn't do that again. There's no way I could get cut open again and go through that. That labor was so long. I was so exhausted. I was so tired. When I went home, I was in pain. I didn't go downstairs. Everything was brought upstairs to me. Food, drinks, only thing I got up to do was to use the bathroom.
Diaries.
So real Princess Diaries. I didn't do anything. My babies were handed to me. I didn't come out the bed because I couldn't move.
Right.
I couldn't move. And I also opted for staples instead of stitches. So I did not feel that secure getting up anyway. Like I was in pain. Like when I came home from the hospital, I slept in the couch. Because I was like, I can't do this. Like,
just be moving up and down.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I slept in the couch. My mom was there. Like, my family was there. And they took care of their babies. Honestly, the first week, my auntie was there. And my grandma was there. And they did so much with the babies. Because I physically could not do it.
Right, yeah.
And on top of losing so much blood, I just felt so weak. Like, really, really, really weak. And
but they gave some old school food to kind of nurse you back. Though.
Yeah, I had a lot of help, and my mom took time off work, and she stayed with me for a bit and everything. And
nice.
I had a lot of support that way because I could not get through those first few weeks without any help. There was no way. I was like done for. And then they were feeding every hour and a half at night. So when one woke up, I would just make sure I feed the other one so I could go back to bed. I wasn't going to wait for them to wake up because I was like, no, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I close my eyes, I feel like I'm getting back up again. And I was like, no way. Like, when does this end? Like, when does this stop? Like, this is all, like, what I had.
Never ending titties.
No. And I was in the hospital with them, and we're like, they just kept getting up to eat. I was like, holy smoke, all gas, no breaks. I was like, this is the hard part. Like, that was the hard part.
That's what they do?
Holy crap.
They feed. My kids are still eating now.
At least they can feed themselves. They don't need you to get them food, you know? Like, it just wouldn't stop. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I just felt so tired, so run down. I was so cranky. I was so on edge and it was mostly the pain and the fact that I couldn't enjoy my babies the way I wanted to because I had to have a C-section, you know? Yeah. Not that if you don't push naturally, you'll experience pain, but it's having that surgery is like, oh my God. And your body doesn't even realize you have a baby. So everything is postponed. Like, you get no milk. Like, everything that's supposed to happen to you to set back to normal is delayed by weeks. And you're like, ugh. Like, just... No, I ain't doing it again. No, if I need something, I'm gonna get like, I'm gonna adopt a child if I really want one. I'll adopt. Yeah. If I really feel like, I want to be a mother again, I feel like there's children in this world who deserve a loving home and family, and like I would do that.
Somebody might come potty trained already.
Yeah, there you go.
I wouldn't mind, but you know what? I would not mind taking a baby. I wouldn't mind doing it now. I would take a teenager because I know a lot of people.
So would you opt out for a surrogate if need be? Kim K found a way.
It's always an option.
That's something to think about.
It's not always an option.
But it's like, what if they just want the baby? I watch too much movies. That's something to think about. But I don't really like. I don't plan to have more per se. It's not on my brain right now.
I mean, neither was the first two.
No, they weren't on my brain either. I love them so much now. Like, they're amazing.
No. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. And it's just hearing what she went through to bring them here. Man, they are a blessing.
I had COVID when I was 6 months pregnant, and I was in the hospital for a week. I was on I almost ended up on a ventilator. I was on oxygen for a week. Like, I was like huffing and puffing, could not breathe. Like,
and this is why we couldn't see you.
Yeah, no, I had to just
I'm like, yo, Shorty laying low. She laying low.
Yeah, we thought you were ducking us. I'm like, anybody a bill collector over here?
Bill collector,
I'm
no.
Like, yo, we here.
No, I just I got pregnant, and then I was really, I wasn't like, I didn't have morning sickness really, but I was just so uncomfortable and exhausted all the time that it's like I just couldn't. Even before I was showing or even got to Nisha, I just couldn't even function. Right. So I just decided to just fade into the wind. And then, like, catching COVID just set me back even more. I was like, I don't want to see anybody, you know? Because it's not like it's not like I went anywhere and I was out or doing anything. It just came into our household because that's what was happening at the time, you know? Yeah, right. And, nah, man, that was different. I had OG COVID, not Omicron, not Delta, OG COVID, and that's the stuff where like you can't breathe, like your chest is tight. And when we called the ambulance, they came up to me and they were like, "Do you want some Tylenol?" Fuck, what I want Tylenol? Like, nigga, I can't breathe and I'm carrying 2 babies. Get me to the hospital like now, because you know, like, and I tried to fight it. I tried to fight it for a couple days, and I was like, but I had no strength. Like I couldn't get down the stairs. I couldn't get up the stairs.
yeah.
And at first I thought, when I first started feeling sick, I'm like, oh God, pregnancy sucks. Like I'm just pregnant. But then I went to the hospital and then I tested positive for COVID at the hospital because I was worried about the baby. So that's why I ended up going in. And they were like, yeah, you have it. And I was like, fuck. And then it just got worse and worse and worse. It got so bad, like really bad. And the aftershocks of it were like the tremors and like the wheezing. I was on a puffer for months while I was pregnant. And that's not
COVID,
even...
baby. You got OG COVID.
I got OG
She was
COVID.
she had the OG.
With
She had
COVID
the OG.
babies.
OG.
Yeah.
She had the OG.
That was bad. It was bad. And then eventually it started to like, and once I gave birth, obviously, we're relieving the pressure on your lungs because my baby's like, my belly was so high. It was like up to here. Mom said my belly was high like the cost of living. Like, she was so rude. It was so high that like my lungs were like,
I like that. No, because recently I heard gas prices higher than draft pussy. Then I was like,
oh, that's really high.
That's high.
That's high.
That's high.
So it's above your head.
Yeah, that's high. So I'm like, as the cost of living, like, no, that's up there too.
Right?
That's up there too.
That is definitely high. But especially with inflation. But
and carbon taxes went off.
Carbon taxes went up.
Nobody has time for that. Yeah, that's my life, man. That's where I've been. I've been hiding. I've been being a mom. And my girls, they're really good now. They're sitting, they're teething. My Amelia has just 2 bottom teeth. And, they're growing. They're so lovely. They're lovely. I'm blessed.
You waiting for them to have the mommy attitude?
No, I'm not. I just want to see who they are and
they don't have your attitude though.
First of all, I don't even think I have an attitude. So can we start with that? Like, I don't think I have that much of an attitude.
No, you got bite to you. You just got bite.
I think I'm actually very nice.
You are. You're overall sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Overall,
and then it's just kind of like like
a punch.
Yeah. Like a little quick shock to your system. Like, hey,
but that's what makes me me.
This is true.
That's what makes me me. So
this is very true.
That's me. That's my life. I'm not. If you see me pregnant again, just know my life is great.
What about the mommy life before? The life before mommy life?
Do I miss it?
Yeah.
No.
So you over it?
No, I miss the balance, which I'm now, like I said earlier, I'm starting to get back.
Now you're getting it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, and I can be myself. I can go to the gym. I can see my friends. And I have like this. It's really important to get back to yourself and not lose yourself in motherhood. You're supposed to find yourself in motherhood.
I agree.
Yeah, and being a mom or just even getting pregnant and being pregnant, I had so much time to think about myself and where I'm really going, what I really want to do. And I've never really been unsure of myself, but there's just so much that makes you feel so different and you have a different perspective on life. And
because you're responsible for life.
You're responsible for 2 lives. And and it doesn't, like, there's no... When people say, oh, you got it, like 18 years, it's for life. Because I'm going to be 26 and I still call my parents like, Mom, Dad, like, what's this? What do you think about this? Like, I still call.
Of course.
That's what it is. So it doesn't end.
I called my mother for cooking recipes the other day.
It could be something so simple,
I'm 47 the other day. I was complaining that my parents ain't around. I got questions to ask right now about parents.
Yeah, I got questions, man. I got questions. I'm going to still call. So for me, it's like, that's something that I thought about. I'm like, this is going to be my life forever. Mm-hmm. This has changed me. A lot of, I don't miss, like, my old life. I miss the just being able to get up and go without thinking sometimes. And that's real. That's as real as it is.
Yeah.
But I also have a new reason to wake up every morning.
Right. So I always say that when I'm presenting my son.
Yeah.
My son is my reason to live. My son is my reason to die.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, I know that. I
wake up in the morning and I see their faces. That's the first thing I see is their faces. And they smile every morning. They don't wake up crying. They wake up smiling. And they're kicking and they're playing. And it's like, I'll be tired. But I get up and bat them and we go about our day.
They bring you that joy.
Yeah, there's
and that
joy.
extra burst of energy. Because I want to say for me, in the beginning too, I'd be like, I'll come in from work and like, work would be like mentally exhausting. Mm-hmm. And then you'll see him like
you
baby format. And then you're like, oh, okay, second win is right here.
Yeah. And I'm also really happy that I have like the privilege to just, be a stay-at-home mom. I'm home. I run my business from home, but I'm home. So I don't have to drop them off anywhere or go anywhere, really. I get to just be with them all day.
Blessings.
Yeah. Especially like, at this stage right now where I really, with moms who have to go back to work or whatever career path it is that they chose, where they don't get that chance to stay at home, especially for this long, it's like, I don't think I could do it. If I was doing anything else, I think I'd have to quit because I couldn't leave them. I couldn't do it.
Shit, it might even be smarter and stuff here. Look how expensive daycare is for one.
For one.
Well, yeah, I decided to look just to see, like, what's going on. I was like, woo, daycare.
But now that we mentioned that, aren't they trying to, didn't the province just join in on that $10 a day thing?
$10 a day, yeah. But that's not officially going to kick in yet.
Yeah.
It's going to kick in.
They're trying to do it.
It's going to kick in eventually. So I want to say, if you're a mom right now,
your
kids are in daycare, they might throw you a
other
bone.
provinces, it's started.
Here, no. A little bit later in the dance, so yeah.
So it's like subsidized daycare pretty much?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. That's a good thing.
You think the government helped out, like, moms? You feel like the government is doing moms justice here in Ontario?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so. In comparison to, say, somewhere like the States.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm well versed on other provinces because I'm not. However, learning about what's available to mothers, especially, low-income families and single mothers, like, the resources are endless. There are a lot of resources out there for you to get by or to make your day easier. You're not entirely on your own.
Never sell yourself short on resources.
No,
right.
There are lots. I think that the information may not spread as well as it should, but there are a lot of things that you can take advantage of. So there is something for you. Like, if it's not your family support, there is. You live in Ontario, you got something coming for you. Yeah.
No, but it's very true when you say that. It's like there are resources out there, and
for a lot of things.
and unless you're in the know or unless you're really looking, nobody's giving you that information offhand. So
no.
You gotta go. You gotta look for it, and you gotta ask the right people.
Yeah, and foot soldier work. You gotta put that work in yourself, right?
When you're pregnant, like when I believe this is a standard practice, they ask you a lot of questions about your home life, and they ask you if you need support, if you have anybody, because they want to see what they can do for you. If
is this your family doctor?
This is my obstetrician at my OBG.
Oh, your OBG?
Yeah, in their pamphlet I delivered at Carter Valley Hospital. In the pamphlet, there's like a bunch of questions, and your doctor goes over them with you. And if there's anything she answered no to, they will try and help you with it. There's so many women who are struggling with breastfeeding. There's breastfeeding clinics in the hospital. They have They have so many people to help you with a lot of things. Again, you just have to look for it. And I also think that the hospital you choose to deliver at as well
plays a
big factor in your experience going into not just giving birth, but into motherhood. Because I felt like I left Credit Valley with a lot of tools and information, even if I may not need them. Like, they sent me home with all kinds of pamphlets and information, and my nurses were well informed.
Like just a alleged rumor report. Which hospital in the area you heard?
I ain't going to Civic. I don't know if you have to bleep this or what, but I would, if it was up to me.
We ain't bleeping it.
Or if it was my best friend, or if it was anybody close to me that I loved, and they didn't want to, or they felt like they're stuck, or they had to go there, I would really try to help them out, because I had, friends deliver there in the past, or people that I know, and they did not have a good experience at all. At all. And they don't give you shit. They barely give you a diaper for the baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't remember. Because I think both my kids were born at Civic.
Yeah?
Do
you remember the experience?
You need some tissue to dry your tears? It's like, good luck, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
Kick you out.
I wouldn't, especially now. Like, now, I don't know what it was like when your kids are a lot older. They're basically teenagers. But I would
fresh.
not.
The hospital was more fresh then, right?
Now?
Civic?
No, Civic, because Civic's an old.
Very old. It's old.
Hospital.
It's not the oldest, because original used to be Peel Memorial in Brampton, right? And Civic opened up because of the population and everything was growing. So they put Civic in there. So maybe at one point they were probably okay. But now with the population in Brampton being like through the roof, that hospital is pressed for everything.
Yeah. They're trying to revamp the first
Memorial.
hospital.
Yeah, first they closed it down, then they turned it into an urgent care center. Now they're talking about expanding it back into a hospital because Brampton is overpopulated. Yeah, I don't think they ever saw Brampton getting this big.
Yeah, no, because they wouldn't have closed it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they would just retool it while they're building this new hospital.
Exactly. I'm not in politics. Like, I'm not like, I think it's ridiculous, but. Yeah, where you deliver does play a big part in where you get your information from. And but it's easier said than done because, you know, if you're a mom or expecting mother, parent, you don't drive, you don't always have a ride, or you don't have somebody to get there, like, you know, transportation, like, you know, public transportation when you're pregnant is not the best. It's very uncomfortable. So it, like, everything just plays a part in everything, you know. So you have to go where you have to go. But if you have the chance to, try and find what's best for you.
Anywhere except Civic.
Yeah,
Brampton.
I don't support that place at all. I don't support that place. No, I wouldn't go there. I'd maybe go there for like a broken finger.
Maybe.
So maybe.
Fuck. I don't like a maybe like that.
Maybe. I don't know.
You can't even fix a broken finger, my dog.
Because the wait time is so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the wait time
is
is ridiculous.
I heard.
that is true. Wait time is nuts.
Because that's where I found out I was pregnant. I went there because I was like, oh my God, like I just need to go right now. Like I can't get to Credit Valley or whatever right now, or Georgetown. And you know, Georgetown Hospital is really old.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit slower, and I kind of find the doctors are a little dismissive. I don't know. I kind of find them a little dismissive.
No, see,
some of them are very knowledgeable, but if they don't see like an issue right away, they kind of just toot and boot. And to me.
To you.
Yeah.
Let's talk some shit now. Thank you for your mommy story. We appreciate you sharing.
Yes, man.
Oh, this is my life now.
Don't worry, smooth. We'll get into some shit. Smooth will give you some other stuff to get you riled up.
Oh, here we go.
Get you broiled.
Getting broiled.
Oh, poor me. Here we go.
Let's talk about the polls real quick. So the first poll, is love a feeling or emotion? And 57% said feeling. How you feel about that?
Is love a feeling or emotion? Ugh. Sorry, let me unscramble my mommy brain. I don't know. I think people might say love is a feeling, but I kind of think it's an emotion because I think it's just so much deeper than just a feeling. Like,
how you feel?
So.
I feel it's an emotion.
Emotion.
Yeah. It's so much more than just like I feel. You know, love is deep, man.
It can be.
It can be.
See, I feel like it's a feeling. It starts off as a feeling, then it'll just kind of attach itself to other things. So I feel like the emotion part will come a little bit after, but that feeling.
It initially starts off like
you might know, you know.
Any other feeling that comes about. Oh, I'm angry today, or I'm sad today, or I feel, you know. But it does. That's what I mean. Love is deep, so I think it's more than that.
Yeah, and why I say I think it's an emotion is because sometimes you need those other things to kind of spring up to confirm that you're actually in love.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times sometimes you're unsure of it.
Yeah.
Like you say, it might be, it's not. But when there's the emotion part to it, you can't deny it.
No.
Like you like your body tells you, no, dude, you're in love.
That is.
There's no feeling it.
Every part of your being that makes you feel like you're in love. And if it's not every part of your being, you're not in love. You could love somebody. You could love something. But to be in love is a whole other thing in itself.
Can you ever fall out of love? Like I want to say, let's say you're with your wife.
Yeah.
You guys divorce. Would you always continue to love her?
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. I think
you feel the same too.
I think you can fall out of love.
Yeah.
But that the person themselves
you'll always love
has
them.
to do something in order to make you fall out of. It's got to be to the point. They've got to do stuff to the point where the things that you love them about,
they don't
you can no longer
anymore.
love that about them.
Yeah.
So, and that's the only way like you can fall, because you can separate and that person can still be the sweetest person in the world. You guys just didn't click.
Yeah.
You're still gonna have those feelings for that person. Yeah. There's still gonna be.
But your relationship
that you
isn't just doing that. I don't think. Yeah, that's something that's very complicated.
Why the unconditional love feeling?
Yeah, yeah. You could fall. It's like you don't just wake up and say I'm not in love with this person anymore. They did something to bring you to that point, like
right.
Saying,
yeah.
Which is who knows what that was, what it was for you, but it doesn't just work like that. It's it's so much more than that.
But then, okay, So you guys are broken up.
And I can still love you. I'll always love you.
That sounds like some Headley shit. In my mind, I'll always be your lady.
I ain't delusional.
It kind of sounds like.
No, I ain't delusional. But I know that I will always love you because I could, if I was in love with you and we just don't work out and I just stop loving you out of nowhere, that means I never was really in love with you. That's how I see things.
That's what I heard.
Because it's like, I will always love the person that you were, especially if we just parted our separate ways. Even if you ended on bad terms, it's like, you know, I always got love for that person. Like, if something happened to them tomorrow or 5 years from now, I'd be really sad. We could be in totally different places in life at the time. Like, my life has gone on. But, you know, like, there's people that I will always have love for. That's just how it works. Yeah.
I love my
and that's, you got to be real with yourself about that.
I tried to. Because I think my thing is that if I say fuck something or fuck somebody, my brain just kind of automatically kind of turns off. I can always be cordial and be a gentleman and address them and stuff with them. Like, that feeling would kind of like.
But what would it take for you to get to that point where you say, fuck that person? Does that person have to do you something?
Yeah.
See, and that's what I'm saying.
They have to do me something to bring me to a point of like, I want to say violence or tears. Right. So if I'm at that point and stuff, whatever, then like my brain started kicking like, you trying to catch a charge? Yeah. You're a little nigga now. You might go to prison. They might try to jump on you. So that all of this will come from like, this motherfucking person got me feeling this type of way. Right. Yeah. I think that's where like the unconditional stuff will kind of turn off for me. Be like, nah. But then a woman told me and stuff recently, like, Shay, I don't think you really love that person if you felt like that. So I was like,
yeah, you didn't. You can say fuck somebody to help yourself get over them and to leave the situation alone. Like, okay, fuck all this isn't good for me. But if it's generally like, yo, fuck you, I ain't calling you no more, like, that's it. It's so like, I don't know. I think that this wasn't your person. That wasn't your person.
And this is called therapy.
This is therapy. This is a breakthrough.
I'm gonna need a check.
Clearly, you better talk to this damn civic hospital first.
I mean, Dillinger is out the country, so we might have to do the thoughts of the madman with Shorty taking the place. Okay. Because this is how we get off Mars therapy.
Okay, which he really needs.
One day I will be there. One day. Yeah. Until then.
What's that quote? When I guess therapy is over for you bitches.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's over for you bitches. All right. That's cool.
All right. The next question and stuff on the polls was, if a woman takes a man out, does he have to put out? And 63% said his body, his choice. You agree to that?
Yeah.
Yeah? You agree to that?
Yeah, because
I agree with that, but we're just gonna put out regardless.
I mean, you're easy. You know what it's like.
We're just gonna put out regardless.
And we're back. Deja fucking vu all over again.
No, I agree. I mean, like, I don't know. I've never done it, so I don't know.
Okay, so what if a woman's to fly a man out?
That's people. What?
Like a woman's to fly a man out. Man.
Yeah, men get flued out.
Yo,
I mean, I don't know anybody personally, but I'm
men
sure
getting flued out.
Yeah, men getting flown out. But I feel like those guys, they out here just straight eating ass. Like,
the streets ain't the same no more.
The streets is not the same. You ain't missing that. Stay home in the family life.
Yeah. Streets ain't the same no more. Flued out. Do they have to give it up? I mean, like, you know, because I feel like I'm not saying anybody can't. Everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do, but you know, even as a woman, if dude buys you a plane ticket, books you that first class flight, you get in a nice suite, you know, you're coming to a major city, you're getting steak dinner, like, you know,
talk the things them.
You know what time it is. It's not like a local dude who just took you out, right? And it's like, oh, I'm gonna send you an Uber, I'm gonna come pick you up, and we're gonna go out. Like, even if it's a really nice spot, like, you're getting this whole experience. So you kind of know what they're looking for. Not that some people aren't platonic. Platonic things are definite. You know, it happens.
But people try to act like it don't happen though. They're like, I can't believe these guys will feel like that. I'm like,
but it's a reality. It's just the reality. Like, not nobody, because again, there are people who just want, you know, platonic situations, or maybe they aren't ready to be intimate with you yet. And there are variables, but I mean, like, for the most part, again, you know, someone's flying you out, especially if someone flies you all overseas, and they fly you to the island, and you got the tankinis on, you got room, you got, like, all-inclusive, like, come on. Especially if it's okay, someone flies you out, it's, like, all-inclusive on the first link, like, come on.
Smooth, a woman fly you out and stuff, whatever. You out there perform. You giving the body.
You probably want to give it up anyway.
I mean, but the atmosphere made it even better.
The atmosphere made it up. That's what I'm saying. Like, you get this whole experience, and then, like, especially if they set up things really neatly and they're all organized, and you probably feel like.
So on the bed, she put the rose petals out. Like, give me that D.
Oh, you don't even need that.
Every time you come back.
I mean, you might like it, but you don't even need that. You're going to do it anyway. You're going to do it anyway.
She's just plastering you. Every time you come back to the table, she got a drink all ready for you.
Yeah, exactly.
She's lining you up.
Oh, shit, let me go wash my hands. There's a drink.
Exactly.
I'm going to go piss. There's a drink. I'm like, damn, when we not leaving here? She's like, you know what I need.
You move away. She call the wait over. Keep on coming.
Yeah, that's Marv. But I think that's just the reality of things. Like, come on. Like, yeah. Are we going to be obtuse?
No.
No. I'm going to give it up.
Yeah. Not everything has to be like that. But
my body, my choice. I made the choice by flying out here, so I'm going to give you my body. The end.
Pretty much.
A thought. Just put it right there.
I'll say a penny for your thought.
A thought.
It's a thought. Or it's a thought.
A thought for your thought.
A thought for your thought.
That's it.
Don't worry. One day I'm gonna be a fully changed man.
What the hell is that gonna be?
You'll see.
One day.
Okay.
Yo, let's talk about this thing real quick. Elephant in the room. Everybody and their granny talk about some shit. Everybody said, fuck Ukraine right now.
Right.
No one's really caring about the Ukraine situation. We're still losing lives. Still going through some things.
Yeah.
But the slap heard around the world.
Long overdue.
Heard in Ukraine as well. I think they paused war at that point when they heard the slap.
With the Chris Rock special.
Looked at the monitors and then decided to go back fighting after that.
Yo, is it justifiable? Is it justifiable, like, for a comedian to get hit? Period. Let's start with there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's justifiable.
What does your title have to do with you getting smacked?
Wow. Okay.
Like, it doesn't matter if you're the Queen of England. Like, you test the wrong person, you gonna get smacked. Doesn't matter, man. Don't give a fuck about your diplomatic status. Like, it doesn't matter. And I'm not even, like, trying to condone, violence or anything. But I'm just saying,
sound like it.
No, I'm just saying, like, the wrong. You got the right one today. Like, it doesn't matter. People like to play with people, and who knows? This whole thing could be fake for all we know. But
right.
just for argument's sake, if we're talking about the general public here, stop fucking with people.
I think for the general public and stuff, whatever.
General public, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was having the conversation and stuff with a black woman.
Yeah.
Right? And what she was saying and stuff is that, remember, she said we adhere to different rules from, like, the regular world or most of the world. We have our black community rules and everything like that. And it's kind of like,
what's an example of a black community rule though? Like,
it's like a nigga moment. Like a nigga moment, like, like, hey man, you done stepped on my shoes and all that type of stuff.
Oh, God.
Multiple races won't even understand that.
Are we still doing that though?
You'd be surprised.
We're not past that. That, like, if we're still arguing over shoes getting stepped on, like, we're really not as advanced as I think.
People being bumping into shoulders and everything like that. Whatever.
Okay, I think everybody catches an attitude when somebody is rude about it. Like, you don't just. Okay, I'm the type of person, I have kind of like this habit where, not a habit, but it's just good manners. Like, if I bump into, I'm sorry, excuse me, man,
right.
Can I pass by? Like, it's just polite, right?
Yeah.
I don't know you from a hole in the wall, but if I, we're in the grocery store or something like that, excuse me, whatever. But to turn around and catch a whole attitude about it, to me, has never really made any, like, I've never been that type of person. That kind of stuff rubs me the wrong way because it's not that deep. If it was intentional now, which I have been brushed intentionally, and it didn't go down like that. It did not go down like that. It was just like I had to do a double take. I was like, this bitch for real? Like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna see you upstairs.
Chris Rock special.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you upstairs. Cause, like, what are you doing? But yeah, continue.
No, I think Will Smith is a great man. I just think he.
Do
just
we
did
know
some
him though?
Sucker shit. Well, okay. Let me say this. Let me speak for myself.
Yeah.
I feel like most of my childhood and stuff, whatever, my earlier part of my childhood was kind of revolved around like Will and Martin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? So
Tell us your age without telling us your age.
Kiss my ass. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. Like when it came to them too, I was like, yo, these dudes, yeah, they can do wrong, but I feel like the world kind of made space for them and stuff and everything. Because remember, like Will was on NBC, but Fresh Prince. Yeah. Martin was on Fox.
Well, Will Smith is Will Smith.
And then he just started growing to be bigger and boomer and all that type of stuff.
He's gonna go down as a legend.
Yo, when I was looking at friggin' what was that movie? Independence Day. It came on TV like maybe what always comes on Independence Day and shit. But I was looking at it, I was like, Will not even like major in that movie.
No.
But to me, he was.
Yeah.
Because he was my guy.
It's not even one of his best movies. You know what I mean?
Nah. It wasn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I always respected Will for all the above. And we didn't have too much dirt or nothing like that on him.
Mm-hmm.
He's
So
very
now,
clean.
until Jada. I think she got him under the spell.
Why is somebody else calling him? You know, my friend called her a witch.
I mean,
She's a witch. I don't know.
like a witch.
I don't know much about Jada because I don't really keep up, and I'm not I don't have anything really against Will Smith. He's not one of my favorites. But you know, I don't really keep tabs. But Jada, I don't know anything like about her. Like honestly, Jada's name has never, for me personally, like her name hasn't been in this much circulation like ever until that whole entanglement. Yeah. Like you know,
that's what put her in the spotlight once again. I mean, she had the red table talk.
Yeah.
And you know, it was being viewed, but it wasn't till, you know what I mean, the whole entanglement thing where it just really just kind of just exploded. But again, back to the whole slap with the Chris Rock and
tell me how you feel.
And Will. I look at it like this, right? If Will was in any hood, he'd have to slap everybody.
Okay, explain that.
Because we play dozens, we play snapback, we call each other all types of disrespectful names in gist. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you look like you were gonna get mad about it, you got teased about it. It's like, nigga, you can't take a joke?
Nah, see, to me, it looked like he was just defending it because he's trying to get puss at the end of the night. Because it's kind of like, he laughed at it.
Everything comes back to coochie.
I mean,
we were talking about that earlier. Power to PUSSY.
Look at Spice. What is it? Love Triangle? The Pum Pum song?
Pum Pum Power?
Pum Pum Power? Salute to Spice.
How long have I been inside?
Yeah, you've been inside a long time. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll play it for you after.
Take my hand.
We'll play it for you
outside. No, but I feel like it was one of those jokes stuff where like somebody laughed at whatever. Like, you know, be like, ha ha ha. Looked at his girl like, oh, we're not supposed to be laughing about that.
Right. That's how you feel it went down?
Yeah, he laughed.
Yeah, but he laughed.
He did?
And he laughed.
I didn't see the full video.
Yeah, he laughed at it.
He laughed, right? The entire audience laughed. Uh-huh. She did one of these.
Oh, like it's not funny.
Yeah, because she started off like, because he had cracked a joke prior on these other books, and she was laughing with that joke.
Okay.
Right? And then so he turned the focus onto them.
Okay.
Cracked his G.I. Jane joke.
Okay.
We're the one he's ha.
But Demi Moore ain't ugly.
Like, no.
Demi Moore, when she did G.I. Jane and stuff, whatever, like, yo, real talk, her bald head look kind of fit her little slender face.
And the role was a powerful woman.
It was a powerful woman role.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Jada got like a dark Caesar. She got like a low Caesar.
You see, when you make jokes about something that somebody's insecure about, it's not.
But she came out and said she's proud of her bald head.
She can be proud of her bald. But
how do you come out and say that and then now you want to act the type of way?
She's a public figure. I'm just saying, like, okay, I'm just here.
I'm out here shooting shots. Shorty shooting bail.
Clearly,
I'm just saying. She's a public figure.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily, just because she is strong in the media. She could be portraying to be this really strong woman, and she's proud of her bald head, and you know she's going through the shit, but she got it on lock. Like, how many times have we, as just regular civilians in our lives, have been like, "Yo, this is fucking with me, but I gotta go through my day. I gotta push with it, and I gotta act like I'm okay."
Hey.
She may have to be doing the same thing. We don't know that. We don't know anything about these people.
A lot of bald men in the world.
Alopecia, like sit over here.
There are men too that go through, but I'm
right.
I'm just saying
So I'm gonna look at my woman and tell her, like, yo, you need to slap this chick. She's talking about my low cut again. Oh, now we got standards in this shit. Now we got standards.
Okay, if somebody really hurt your feelings, maybe like if you were really sad about it, like I guess.
I guess. Still not definite.
But I mean, my whole thing is when it comes to celebrities, I mean, we don't know shit about these people. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
No,
agreed.
We don't know what's fake from what's real. It's all cameras and it's all smoke and mirrors. Because
that's one of the things I was saying when we brought up in the group chat is like, yeah, he may have said this joke, and we may be privy to all the stuff that was said during this whole entanglement, outside stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But inside Hollywood itself, there's a community. And there's shit's being said inside Hollywood that we're probably not privy of.
I know.
Right?
Because it's not.
So who knows what kind of jokes being cracked behind the scenes?
They said that allegedly they had an open relationship, open marriage, and everything like that. Then Will said they did not have an open marriage. And it was just an entanglement. How do you know Chris Rock wasn't entangled with Jada at one time?
But that's what somebody said, that Jada rejected Chris Rock in the 90s. Like, there's so many theories and rumors and this and that and this and that.
Right.
The only thing that matters to me is, and my thing is also, are we really going to believe a bunch of actors? Like, they're good. That is their job.
The first thing I said is, we're watching an award show with a room full of actors.
A-listers.
Who get paid.
Millions of dollars.
Right.
Like, if I didn't know any better, I would think Will Smith was homeless, sleeping outside with his kid. Because what he did in The Pursuit of Happiness
was fucking
was amazing.
Shit, yeah.
That was Oscar winning shit. Like,
he held the door closed with that foot. Yeah, I felt the tear come down, man.
Now when the door was banging and he was holding, oh my god,
the tear, man. That part got me, man.
That was it. Yeah. And you're gonna tell me that this nigga really slapped Chris Rock, like. For real? For real? Is this for real? Like, were we just? Power it's not scripted.
I think so. But my issue with the whole thing and stuff is that when he hit dude, so when he slapped Chris Rock, I'm like, oh shit, the shit's fake. Keep my fucking wife's name out your fucking mouth and everything. Like, I'm like, oh okay. He heated, but they never made measures and stuff to remove him.
No.
Right.
And then 10 minutes later and stuff, I felt like the Grammys, the Oscars, they failed Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking like, you made the dude wild out and slap somebody and then gave him an award and stuff afterwards and everything. So I'm looking like, well, fuck it. The only place you should fight people and stuff now is at an award show.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because if anywhere else, you get a charge.
Pretty much. I mean, like, I just think the slap was long overdue. Somebody needs to slap Chris Rock.
He's been hit before. Tons of comedians have been hit.
As they should.
No, you shouldn't hit comedians.
No, you should, because
sacrilegious.
there's a line between being a comedian and being a dickhead, a certified dickhead. There's a very thin line, and a lot of comedians have passed that line several times. They've built careers off being a dick.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
But they have to deal with hecklers.
Cool. That's true.
Will Smith is that fancy heckler in this
every
time.
profession has to deal with hecklers. Pretty much damn near every profession. It doesn't matter what you do and stuff. You're gonna
a heckler of some sort.
Heckler of some sort. That's always gonna be there. But I don't know, man. I also think that we also weren't as aware then when all these guys were up and coming as we are now. So a lot of the things that we found funny and the content that we indulged or enjoyed when back then, it's not funny now.
Yeah,
we look at it a little differently, like, oh
yeah, because like I remember when that whole Britney conservation thing was going on,
the
conservatorship and stuff, when I was looking at that, I was like, I remember with Cat Williams was cracking jokes about Britney Spears and stuff, whatever, like shaving her head and Kevin Federline getting this money and stuff, but it was funny.
Yeah.
And then older now, watching like her going through all that shit, I'm like, oh, that's mental health. That's a different kind of beast.
That is different.
So
exactly.
like, it hit different.
So
but even then when he was making the jokes about it, was her issue like that well known? Or were we just being exposed to it?
I think it was part of it was because they said she'd been checked into rehab after she shaved her head.
Right.
Yeah,
because
but we weren't thinking that. Well, okay. My generation, we thought she was a crackhead or she was on.
Because that's what I'm saying.
We thought she was a junkie. Like we didn't understand that at the time. Especially when was that? When she was breaking the car with her bald head and she was doing all that stuff. And she was like, it was 2007. So 2007.
Britney didn't have alopecia. She just found a cure.
That's true.
Yeah.
But we didn't know anything. So 2007, I was like in middle school. So I was like 12 when that was happening.
Right.
So I was less than that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not thinking about any of that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking some of the comedians at that time. Because remember, it's like when we didn't really start paying a real attention
about a
to
good
it.
5 years ago.
And really start labeling things as, okay, this is mental health.
This is a problem.
Otherwise, before that, everybody was
especially in our community.
Yeah,
especially in our community.
You know, so I can see why him wanting to crack it and be funny about it, maybe now looking back, because who knows, maybe now him looking back at it and seeing
look at the shit that he went through.
Yep, exactly.
Like what? Like pot calling the kettle black because he turned around and went through the same shit. Like he was on a high, but this is the thing, you know, Britney Spears deserves so much respect because look at when she started. She started as a child, and she built this huge empire as a child. And her cracking at that age, she was so young when she cracked. We really have to look back at that and be like, God damn, like she's still standing right now. So me and a few people and stuff were having a conversation and stuff, I think like earlier in the week about celebrities and stuff and their traumas and their situations and everything like that, right? And I just told them and stuff, like it was a group of us in the room, we're saying we're for it and some other ones that were against it, whatever, right? The against is saying like, you got all this money. You got minimum 20 million in your account, whatever. A good therapist and stuff might charge you like maybe like $500 and stuff an hour. Why you just can't go there? Maybe that's not the answer. I mean, like, yes, okay, therapy is good for everybody. It's a good outlet for everybody. But I think that it's always easier said than done. It's no different than, okay, with drugs, you can physically see the problem, right? Mental, you can't see it. You have no idea what that person is going through. Right. And drugs is something, they're two totally different demons. But again, when you can see the problem, it's a lot easier to kind of address and to deal with it. When you're going through something mentally and it's like, oh, I got to go get a therapist. Wait, is there anything really wrong with me? You're constantly second guessing yourself. People around you may not even think that something is wrong with you. You have all this money, but what about the support? You know, that you need to get into therapy because not everybody has that strong will to just be like, well, not everybody, but I know I'm screwed up, so I'm going to walk into an office and go get some help. Like, not everybody has that. And you're constantly working. Somebody like Britney Spears, constantly working, you're making people millions of dollars, making people rich. No one has time for you to go to therapy. Yeah. No one has time to check you in.
I can see that.
So I kind of see it from that angle. I could be totally wrong.
No, you might be onto something. Because I mean, the thing is, it's all perspective, right?
Everything is about perspective, and it's like, oh man, I have $20 million. Like, I can go fix my whole brain right now. I can buy a new brain, but it's like, you know, it's not that easy. Everything is always easier said than done, no matter what.
Yeah.
You feel the same way.
Yeah. Well, and especially in circles like there where you have handlers. Right? And your handler's jobs is to tell you everything is okay because they're trying to get you to the next shot. The next thing. Like, their whole thing is to get you in front of the camera.
You're paying them to think for you.
Yeah. Right?
So you can just focus on your job. You have people for that. Like my phone, I got somebody to answer my phone. I got somebody to do my thoughts for me, like do everything for me. So when do they even really get a chance to think about anything? And I'm sure that people on the outside do see them spiraling. But do you want to be the person that causes this person to go on hiatus or to come out of the spotlight or to stop making money? Do you want to be responsible for that?
Yeah,
that's your career on the line too.
No, but it's not.
No,
but think about even deeper than that. Think about that. Go back to the handlers, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm getting paid $50,000 a year just to be your assistant, just to make sure things is happening and this, that, and the third. I don't make no money if you're away.
I don't get paid
in rehab.
Yeah, I'd have to go find another thing.
Yeah, so I gotta keep you out and keep you working as long as possible. That
Exactly.
like
So I can make money.
you're paying
Exactly.
all of us.
Exactly.
So we're not gonna ever turn around and tell you, hey, you know what? We think you should pack it up
This is good
for a
for
little
you.
bit.
No.
We're trying to feed ourselves too. So, and that's
Exactly.
the vicious cycle about it.
Exactly.
Yikes. Watch the company you keep, for real.
For real, 100%.
Because, yeah, I would think that would be a priority and stuff first, right? Is that, okay, this person could spiral out of control and then might not ever come back. Or they can take this little bit of hiatus and might come back bigger, better, and bolder and stuff than before,
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, you're just gambling with the two, I guess.
You're gambling with the two. And usually when you see people take a hiatus, it's really that they've made that personal choice and they've shut out everybody else. They've said, no, you know what? Fuck you. I need this for me.
Yeah.
Or else I'm not
There's
gonna
not gonna
last.
be a me.
I'm not gonna, there's not gonna be a me.
Right.
Yeah. I think we've seen so many legends in our lifetime get to that point where they shut down.
Will needs to get to that point. I think Will needs to get to that point.
But I don't even see. Okay, maybe because I don't pay attention. I don't see Will in the media like that though.
Nah.
Other than this, I haven't heard about Will.
I would say that Will's movies and stuff, they haven't been hitting like they used to. So I feel like a certain type of things. What's up?
Will, see, the last thing Will's been noted for was the book, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying to myself,
Burn the book.
but I'm saying to myself, do we get a book so quick if not for the entanglement, the whole entanglement thing?
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
People bought the book for the entanglement piece.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
Hear
do we
what's
get
going
Will?
on.
Yeah.
Do we get Will writing his memoir this stage of his life? If we did not get that whole entanglement piece,
Maybe
No.
not.
'Cause
So how do we know that wasn't a ploy?
it could be a play. It
Because of all people, August Alsina. Like, what if it was just a ploy to sell the book to get to this point to slap Chris Rock? Like, how do we know?
Why he ain't slap August?
Listen, man,
Like
chain
what?
of events.
Why he ain't slap August?
I-
then?
No, we need August in the
August is
pictures.
there. August is there.
And he couldn't slap August because August already had the mental health issue already there.
That's true.
Chris Rock said he's on the spectrum the other day.
Chris Rock
Sometime
said
last
he's
year.
He's on the spectrum?
Yeah.
What?
He said he's on the spectrum the other day. Like last year, like in 2021.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said, he looked at us and realized, he has more autism and stuff than he thought. And he's on the spectrum and everything like that. And he said at first he probably thought he was just dyslexic or he just had a problem with learning and everything and stuff. But then he realized, he's like, oh, I guess I'm on the spectrum, but he's on high performing
A lot of people,
to be classified on the spectrum. Yeah.
and we don't even know that. Because autism, I think a lot of people, when they think about autism, they think of like severe disability.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not just minor things, which
Right.
is also considered a disability. You don't have to be in a wheelchair or have speech impairment
Yeah.
to be disabled. It doesn't have to be like that.
So that's what I'm saying. Will Smith slapped a person with autism in front of many, many people and didn't go to jail.
Oh,
that's privilege.
Wow, that's another. See, there's just so many layers. This is why I don't pay attention to these things, because it's like, god damn. But why? I'm not gonna lie, that slap looked kind of nice, like, you know.
You want to see a comedian get touched.
And again, that's why I'm kind of thinking it's staged, because it's not like Will just walked up into him and kind of like, buddy, and just then
You know,
he walked up,
real
then
firm.
had the time to whine. I'm sorry,
Like-
if I see somebody winding, I kind of have an idea what's coming towards me,
Yeah, like,
and I'm not gonna
was he
stand so
not paying
perfectly
attention?
still.
Slacking.
He didn't flinch,
He caught lacking.
and he took that slap real good. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? He was gonna shake your hand?
This is what I'm trying to figure out. Did you think Will was coming up there?
I think okay, so the cop back, it happened too fast for him.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was something where it was kind of like he was looking at stuff. He's like, oh, he's probably like, all right, I'm gonna calm down.
Yeah.
So that's why he wasn't prepared and stuff for that. Because I always tell people when I'm watching football, like you're looking at the quarterback, like, what are you doing, man? Throw the damn ball. Because we're seeing one vision, but when you're living in it, everything's so much more faster.
Right.
So it's looking like, oh shit, that's Will. Like, well, all right, it's just one choke. That's like, wow, he's really slapped the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they got one fine for him saying that, and 2 fines for Will saying, keep my fucking wife's name out your fucking mouth.
That's some energy right there. I like that.
You like that? Huh?
I like that.
You want your man to slap him next before
That's
you?
Big Willie stuff.
I'm not even that, but it's just okay. I don't idolize celebrity relationships. I just like the way how it sounded, or just the way how it came off. Because if something was wrong with me, and you yelled about me like that, it's like
you want your man to slap somebody.
Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. See, I look at it like this. I look at it as like there's ways to go about it and stuff. Whatever. Does he have to G-check like if on some like regular people stuff? Let's take away the celebrity shit. You have to approach the man.
I think there's a way.
Your significant other is uncomfortable.
There's a way to do things. There's a a
peaceful way and there's a violent way.
There's peace and there's violence, and every situation is different. Everything is circumstantial, right?
Yeah. Right.
And we all know that violence is usually that's not something that's premeditated. It's usually just happens in the heat of a moment thing, right? It's not. It can be premeditated, but if it's somebody just you have this exchange here, and your wife or your girlfriend's upset or whatever it is, and you feel like you should address it, especially if it's coming from another man, you should address it, because I think that letting somebody disrespect your partner in front of you is like, and you don't say anything, like that doesn't fly.
So
that doesn't fly. There's a way to do things. There's a way to handle things.
So in this moment, you respected Will Smith.
I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
Because fuck these celebrities.
Okay, fuck these celebrities.
I'm not gonna say that because I don't know anything about these people.
Fuck these celebrities until you become one.
No, it's fuck me too, because I'm probably gonna be fake too. I'm gonna be fake too. Y'all don't know me. Don't talk about me. You don't know me. Like what? I would hope that people say that. Like if I ever get somewhere, I hope people be like, man, fuck that girl. She's fake as fuck. Like, yeah, it's my job.
That's what I get paid for.
That's what I get paid for. Like, keep it coming.
Yo, I wanted to ask you, do black women respect black men?
Yes. Listen, where's this question stemming from?
What, that my black women?
Yes, where's that question? Where's that stemming from?
A barbershop full of angry men saying black women don't respect them.
What?
A barbershop of angry
No. I heard what you. I just processing. Why though?
Well, according to what a good portion of them was saying, they were saying that black women were concerned with their money.
As they should be. Like every other. Why are we always called out for caring about dollars when I'm sorry, but white, Asian, Latino, Indian, other women, when they look at a man, they don't wait. Okay, yes, people date average people, but a lot of those women don't wait for men to cross the finish line, or they stand at the finish line and they fuck the winners. Okay, those are the men that they fuck. That's how it comes. They're not waiting. Black women will wait for you. So I think that takes a lot of respect. Okay, to sit there and to wait for somebody to go through what they're going to go through their bullshit or whatever it is, and to be like, yeah, I'm here for you, I got you. I think that is a lot of respect in itself. When other women don't do that, so why are we always, being attacked for when we finally say, enough is enough. I want a man who is prepared, or I'm focused on myself and my money.
The black women want to wait for the winner and stuff and everything too now.
Yeah, why not?
Because every other race
we have vaginas
waiting.
too.
Yeah.
What is the problem? They wait for the man to come to the finish line. What's the problem?
Never thought of that perspective before.
What is the problem? Like,
I got no problem.
After you say it like that, I got no problem.
What is the problem?
I got no problem.
I got no problem.
I've seen it, and I mean, sometimes you stick with somebody when they're going through it, when they're building themselves up, and it works out really, really well for you. Mm-hmm. And you guys, you build an amazing life together. And sometimes you wait around, when you playing fucking build a nigga, Bob the Builder, and you trying to put these niggas together, put whoever it is together that you're interested in, and it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't get you anything. And you years off your life trying to help somebody because you love them. You love and respect them so much, and you think they have all this potential. And
you're running the race with them.
Why? Why?
No.
Yeah. Why?
Wait for the winner.
Man or woman. I'm just saying, like you do not. It doesn't always have to be like that because average people have relationships too, and people who are putting themselves together have feelings too, and they love too. But the reality is, why? Like, what do you mean money? Like, the fuck? Like, what do you think this is? Especially the older you get, the worse it gets, right? Because the older you get, people are going to expect you to have a little bit more something going on.
That's true.
Yeah.
So what are you mad about?
You need to bring it to the barbershop.
Oh, don't bring me to the barbershop. They don't like me up in there. They'll talk to me because they're like, oh, like men, they talk to women. But then you start saying things, I'm like, fuck this bitch.
That's why we need to bring you to the barbershop.
No, I think we do respect you guys. I think so as a whole. Yes, there are definitely scenarios where there is a lack of respect. But that's a two-way street. And black women are always spit on. So when we want to talk about, we can get to the whole thing.
Well, okay. So do you feel like black men respect black women?
Yes, but there are parts where no.
Okay, out of 1 out of 10, like do you?
I'm not putting a scale on it. I said what I said. It's everything is a two-way street, and I think we have a major issue within our community. Period.
What do you think? What steps do you think we could probably do to probably try to
get a grip?
Get a grip on life.
Yeah, just get a grip. Like
just a grip.
Get a grip. That's it. Because I think it's a two-way street, and I think that there's a lot of there's just a lot of mess around. Okay, there's a lot of mess. So,
okay,
I'm a mom now. Okay, I have to.
Perspective is a lot different.
Yeah,
and I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Let me ask you: how do you protect your peace of mind?
Block
people.
How do I protect my peace of mind? I don't engage in anything I don't want to engage with. It's so simple. Like I don't feel chaotic. Okay, I've always been like this, and I don't pay attention. I don't let everything that the world throws at me, I don't consume it. And that is the easiest way to have a peace of mind. I already have shit going on in my life that I want to deal with. So whatever's out there, let it stay out there. If I feel like engaging with it, I will on my own terms, at my own pace, and I'll be okay with it. I'm not just going to be like, oh my God, I got to take in this and I got to know that and I got to stay on top of this and stay on top of that. I'm not 16 anymore. Like trending topics and what is like recent events, I don't care. I do not care. Genuinely, like I'll get into it eventually, but it's just best that for me, I just live. That's the best way to do it.
I always look at it like food for thought, and you got to know how much you can take on your plate, right?
Everybody has their limits, right? For some people, it's like media and life itself can just be very overwhelming.
Yeah, of course.
And yet people are constantly, again, engaging with whatever is thrown at them because they feel like if they don't, they're missing out or, they're not going to fit in, especially younger people or whatever it is. But it's like, who cares? Like, it's always going to be there. News is always going to be there. You can miss something today and you can go back tomorrow. You can go back next week. Like, it's not going to just disappear. Like, you'll hear about it eventually or whatever it is. That's the best way to do it.
What about you? How do you protect your peace of mind?
No, I want to say this, similar sort of things. I withdraw myself from a lot of the surroundings that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a lot of meditating lately.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into more of that.
Mm-hmm.
And walking. We were discussing this about maybe last week or a week ago. How it's so important to just get outside.
Change your environment.
Change your environment. And
yeah.
I mean,
that is really important.
Yeah, because if you're so used to looking at some things and stuff, whatever, let's say you probably tapped out all your inspiration or your good vibe and stuff, whatever here, that one shift of environment and stuff, or you be in another environment.
You'll feel refreshed.
Exactly.
You'll feel refreshed. Focus on yourself. That's the best way to protect your peace. Focus on yourself.
But I think, easier said than done. Like what you said.
It is easier said than done. But at the same time, you get up every day and you are obligated to take care of yourself. So you can choose to put everything before you or you can make time for you in your day.
Well, and then
And that's
we always say easier said than done, right? But what's going to be the alternative if you don't do it?
Death.
That's how I always look at it. I was just like, yeah, easier said than done. But guess what? I'm going to grind because the other alternative
is nothing.
I don't want to look at the other alternative.
No, you don't. So you have to make, like, things like that, you just have to make a choice. Like, am I going to cry about it? Or, you know, am I going to deal with this because I don't want to live like this? Or I want to be happy. I want to be free. I want to be stress-free. Like, those are decisions you have to make for yourself.
Agreed.
For real. And that's never going to be easier. So you just got to do it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You got to put up or shut up.
Pretty much. Put up or shut up. You know, you could just lay down on the sidewalk and call it a day.
Right. Because you got the choice.
That's the other choice.
That's the other choice.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Let's get to the question of the week, man. Question of the week, something light and simple, but I just wanted to know. What's your favorite broke meal and your favorite bougie meal?
What's a broke meal?
Well, peanut butter and jelly sandwich could be a broke meal.
That's a broke meal?
Peanut butter and jelly, that's expensive?
Bread's expensive these days. Have you
Bread?
seen the price of peanut butter? Have you seen the price of Nutella? Girl, that shit is... Sorry, did I call you girl?
That's when you know Nutella. That's when you know Nutella hurt. Girl.
That's expensive. The big bottle is like $6.99. I was like, excuse me for some I'm gonna melt a Kit Kat. Like, who are you talking to? I don't care how much money I have. The price of Nutella is insane. It is insane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy some
Nutella today. Yeah, it's costly.
It's costly. That is luxury.
Ooh.
No, I'm serious. Like, it does not matter how much money you spend. Like, seeing the price of a box of cereal in the store will be like, yo, this is nuts. Like, the price is going up. I'm not getting no more food. It's going to finish in the same amount of time. I have kids now. What are we doing? Like, you know?
I remember there's no such thing as a broke meal.
I don't know. See, here's my thing. Yeah. I recall.
Do you see price of corned beef?
Well, because that was going to be my broke meal.
The corned beef? The cabbage and corned beef?
Cabbage and corned beef.
No.
Okay, because I recall.
Yeah.
It was 3 of us sitting on this couch one time.
Right.
And somebody, I ain't going to point no elbows though, but somebody said something about like, oh, you ain't scared of taking a chick out to feed a chick for $10 instead of feeding a chick with $100? You remember that? So $10 is my broke meal. But clearly, you want me to spend on the bougie meal $100 side.
You're gonna spend $100 regardless. You might as well go bougie anyway, because you cannot. Like, when you go to the grocery store, you're like looking now, like, whoa. And you have to do what you have to do, right? Yeah. It's like looking at the price of gas. I'm not gonna walk. I'm gonna put the gas in my car, right? Like,
put the gas in the car.
What are you gonna do about it? You gotta buy your food. Honestly, though, it doesn't make a difference anymore. Everything is expensive.
Nah, man, you have to have a broke meal. You have to have a bougie meal.
I think the only thing
my broke meal. I think my broke meal for me would probably be like Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich.
That's like $15.
That's like $11.
That combo is pricey.
The combo's pricey.
God forbid you get like a different kind of drink.
If you get the strawberry lemonade,
that's upgrade.
You gotta stick to the script. You can't branch off no more because that's adding.
Nah, you gotta like make sure you get a small fry, small drink, and keep the combo price. Because if you upgrade anything, you might as well go sit down and eat.
And I think
fast food is so expensive. It doesn't make any sense anymore.
No.
It is.
It's like I've never. Okay,
so there's no such thing as a broke meal no more.
No, unless you're eating like Mr. Noodles or like, you know, Hostess cupcakes, like Little Debbie's brownies every day.
The Joe Louis shit.
Yeah, everything is expensive.
Everything is.
Yeah, the price of eggs has gone up. Milk has gone up. Like, whatever, even the little ingredients you would say, I'm going to take and scramble up something. It's like, yo, this isn't broke food no more. Yeah, it's a battle.
Yeah.
Like, people would be like, I'm going to go buy some chicken back and make soup. And like, the fucking chicken back is expensive. Like, what?
Yikes.
What are people supposed to eat? You know, it's a serious problem. And I don't care. I could have millions and millions of dollars. I'm still going to cuss about the price of chicken. Because it's insane.
I'm about to say his family bought oxtail the other day and stuff.
Oh, you guys got money.
Yeah.
Oxtail's rich people food. You guys got money. Oxtail.
That was my rich people meal.
That's your bougie meal?
That was my bougie meal.
It's expensive.
Yo.
Oxtail's like, I went over to the West Indian store up here and I'm pretty sure the lady was selling it for like, I think almost $14 a pound. I'm like, what?
$14 a pound? Does it come with a hand job? Like, it had to.
I ain't got nothing to job, so I don't know what's going on with you.
But why does it cost so much? See, okay, so oxtail I seen
always been so expensive.
Oxtail's been up there compared to other things and stuff.
Yes.
What I seen and stuff recently is $8.99 a pound.
For where? For what?
This is a Danforth market.
Okay, for oxtail.
Yeah, for oxtail.
It may not be oxtail. It could be like kangaroo tail, honestly.
What the natural fuck?
No, I mean, okay, when I see cheap oxtail, I'm like, that's not oxtail.
Here we go again.
It's not oxtail. It's like lizard tail, pigtail. I don't know what that is.
How much is the oxtail you bought for a pound?
Oxtail, I can't remember now.
It was no damn. It was $10 a pound.
Nah, it's
a little bit less than that.
The oxtail that I bought?
Yeah,
it was less than that.
It was. Well, you guys have multiple pounds, so
it was more. Yeah,
so yeah. Because when I seen the thing, I was like, "Yo, damn!" Like,
I bought
I
oxtail.
50 for the oxtail.
Honestly, when the last time I bought oxtail, I'm pretty sure 2 pounds. I think 2 or 3 pounds cost me about $30. But then again, it could be the people over there. Like I've never bought at Danforth Market, and a lot of people they'll go to meat shop specifically to get it for less.
Yeah.
But it's still expensive, and by the time, especially some people like it's so much bone.
Yeah, by the time it's like
by the time you cook down, simmer down, and shrink up, it's like what did I pay for? Nothing. Like 2 pounds can feed like maybe can give you yourself like 2 meals. Pretty much because by the time you cook it, cut off the fat, do whatever it is you need to do to it. It's like there's nothing left.
Yeah.
So, what is a broke meal? I would say like Mr. Noodles.
What about
ramen?
You? Huh?
Ramen.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And what's boujee?
Anything.
Oxtail.
Curry goat.
Which is funny because I just think about to the time when my mom used to tell me how they would go to the butcher shop and get oxtail for free because that was just discarded meat.
Yeah. Yeah. People don't realize like oxtail is not something like the things that we eat are like leftovers from slaves.
From slave times.
From slave times, right? The slave masters, whatever the hell leftover meat they had, we would use it and make fashion and make good food.
Right.
So it wasn't something that was, now again, I hate why you, my God, colonizers. Oxtail is so good. Oxtail is so good. And look at the price that we have to pay for it now. You know, something that they never wanted, now all of a sudden it's so expensive and so glamorous. Fuck off. I'm so tired of it.
Oxtail might be rivaling the price of steak right now.
Yeah. Steak is something that you don't always pick up at the store, right? Like you're not gonna go to the butcher and be like, "Oh, I want this cut of steak right now."
Just cut a steak. Yeah.
Are you crazy? Especially steak with the marbling. Like, are you crazy? You're not gonna always buy that. That's like very every now and then, or you'd rather just go out to eat and just go and do it, right?
Yeah.
But you might like. I don't even know anymore. Like when I just went to Onyx yesterday and I'm just like looking. I'm like, yo, like I never worry about the bill per se. Like I know if I'm out, I'm good. Whatever.
Yeah, you don't spend your money.
Yeah, or not always my money.
Oh, okay, somebody's money.
Somebody's money.
The money spent.
The money spent.
Yeah.
But like when I thought about it, I'm just like, yo, sometimes you might as well just go out and eat. Like, because when I'm looking at the price of food. Okay, my little sister got her first job at McDonald's, and I came to realize that a Big Mac combo is like $13 with tax.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm like, a Big Mac. I'm like, can you imagine? I'm like, and then when you eat it,
without exercising nothing.
I'm like, by the time you finish eating, and then like, an hour later, you're still kind of hungry, snackish, because McDonald's has nothing in it. You don't feel full. Yeah. You pay $13. You could literally just go to Onyx and get yourself some mac and cheese balls for $8.99, and then like get some like other things. There are things that it just doesn't make any sense anymore. Like ordering food on the road is, I don't even know what's gonna happen to these fast food. Well, they'll always be in business, but it's just so expensive. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, they made a living with Americans who just didn't want to waste any time cooking and wanted fast meals. And then it was dirt cheap, so they would just buy it without any regard. For the whole
family.
Now it ain't dirt cheap.
Now it ain't dirt cheap. So you're right. I don't know what's gonna happen.
I think like trying to go to McDonald's with your family of 5 is like just go to dinner, buy groceries.
You might as well,
yeah. It doesn't make any sense because if I'm gonna call it spend $13, and your kids want chicken nuggets are friggin' $12 for 10, and they're not gonna share, right? You gotta get them their own. You might as well just go to Jack Astor's. You know, you can go to like a little sit down spot. It doesn't have to be the best, but you at least you see your money's worth and you're getting a proper meal because it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
no,
5
it's
combos.
crazy.
Yeah, that's
It's-
not
Imagine if people start getting milkshake and apple pie. What are you gonna
But
do?
this is what I'm saying. It's like that shit is sitting on the shelves. Can't you nobody drawing for the extra stuff no more?
No, I don't think. No, man. I
I'm
don't
you're
know,
lucky if
man.
I even order the damn combo. I'm like, what can I do without? I don't really need the fries.
Honestly, I had McDonald's when I was pregnant for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah.
And it was trash. It's not like when I was a kid and, you know, the nuggets were just hot and fresh and they were so juicy. Like, what is that? Is that zebra meat? Like, what is that? Like, why is it so crispy?
Kangaroo tail, not oxtail, zebra meat.
Yeah. Like, you didn't see the joke about Taco Bell making wings and people said the squirrels is missing off the road?
They're out shoulders, man. They weren't wings, man.
Like, the roadkill is food now. You can't tell me that.
Go get bin food. They got
Bin
Chinese
food.
restaurants.
I gotta say, I haven't had Chinese food in years.
Yo, let's get to the Ask the Sons questions, man. I gotta ask the Sons questions from Miss Vicky.
All right.
Are there more doors or wheels in the world?
Doors?
I think wheels.
You say wheels?
You say doors?
I think doors.
I say it's a good one. I'll go with wheels.
You go with wheels?
Yeah.
I feel like you might have a house. Let's say you have a house of 4 and like maybe 3 or 4 of them might be driving. That's 4 wheels and it might be a 2-car door. Right?
Right.
But now the hood would be considered a door.
Right.
And a trunk, right?
Right.
So I guess you might have 4 there, but then you have the little drawers that's in like the house and stuff like for the kitchen cabinets.
Right.
Those things are on wheels.
Oh, you mean all those count too?
Wheels.
Yeah.
It's wheels.
Oh, then wheels.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking like that. Definitely wheels.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah. Everything is pulling and moving.
Pulling and
somehow.
moving and stuff like that. Next one comes from Side 29. Who's an actor's presence in a movie that would not make you watch it? I don't like
actor's presence.
Yeah. I don't know. There's only like 2 actors I probably don't feel.
I'm not picky.
You're not picky?
Yeah, me neither.
I like a good movie. So I don't care if it's an amateur actor. I don't care if it's an A-lister. I like a really good movie. Like, is there somebody's face I just can't stand to see?
Who's the face you can't stand to see?
I don't know, I don't think I have one.
I don't have one.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't have one.
I don't think so.
Will Ferrell's for me, man.
Will Ferrell?
I don't know. If I see Will Ferrell in a movie, I'm not watching it.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you got, like... I feel
You
like...
might have a point, because, like, I don't pay attention to that guy.
Because I feel like he does the most.
I just feel like
and
it's
it ain't
gonna
doing
be
it.
too goofy.
You laughing like he does too much. Like
I think so.
You
I think that's a good point. I can't think of anybody else. I'm not
Will
a...
Ferrell. Nah, I like it.
You like him? Oh.
He's
I see Will Ferrell.
He's
I'm like,
stupid. I like him.
like,
You know, I like Seth Rogen. He's so funny.
Seth Rogen?
Yeah, he's really funny.
yeah, Seth Rogen. Yeah, I can do Seth Rogen. Yeah. Zach and Miri making porno, like those type of movies. Yeah.
He's funny.
I don't know. Will Ferrell.
Bad Neighbors was so funny.
Bad.
With Zac
Oh
Efron.
yeah.
That was really funny.
The college thing with the fraternity.
Yeah.
I can dig that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have any beefs against certain actors.
No.
Now, with that being said, certain roles,
Don't do that.
Wait, so Roll's fucking with you?
like,
Brokeback Mountain.
like, okay, I like Keanu.
Wait.
I like Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
but Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, I don't like his character in that role.
Why?
Okay.
Because he just sounds like a surfer.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Why are you discriminating?
Oh, you know what I didn't like? Monique did a really good job in Precious, but that role made me cringe. I did not like it. Like, she did I acknowledge how good.
Smashing role.
Yeah, that role
Was too good.
Too good. It made me
Too
almost.
real.
I don't like you.
Too real.
I don't like you. Yeah, like it's too real.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
That's like
Especially because knowing her from being like so goofy in the Parkers, and like nuh-uh.
that's like whatchamacallit's role in the Django.
Who?
Samuel Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like him in Unbreakable.
In
the
Unbreakable?
Wheelchair.
Yeah, the one with Bruce Willis when he had the fro.
Yeah, that was
explain. Was it Mr. Glass?
Mr. Glass was thing. Bruce Willis.
Mr. Glass was
really
Bruce
care
Willis,
for
right?
that. So that was actually like a prequel to Split, right?
Yeah. That's what. Because
what's his name again? M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I like him. He's weird, but he's cool.
His movies is different. I still don't see Old yet.
I haven't
seen it.
That's the one with the beach.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. It's all right.
It's just his work, right?
Yeah.
It's him. So if you like him or you're interested in his work, it's like Stanley
I was watching that to see if there was any tie-ins because most of his movies they tie
together.
Yeah, but I couldn't find the tie-in.
The dumbest M. Night Shyamalan movie was The Village. I didn't stand it.
Oh my god, I have not. Okay, I have not watched it. So I've been saying to myself, I'm gonna watch it. I saw the trailer and I rewatched the trailer like the other day because I was like, yo, I just know this is some bullshit.
It's bullshit.
And I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. But I'm like, can I really sit through this for some bullshit again? Because they made it look so intense, And
I remember. So we got hyped up and everything. They're like, oh shit, M. Night dropped this other movie and stuff, The Village and stuff. It's like some creatures, some beasts and shit like that. These people were shook. Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, I'm about that life.
Yeah.
Because you seen Signs. Signs came out. You saw the alien and everything. So I'm like, I want to see what the fuck.
Signs, I never finished.
Signs, yeah.
I never finished. I was really young.
That was one of my favorite M. Night because I'm like Sixth Sense. Sixth Sense was okay to me, but Signs I like better. Because Signs, when you saw the alien and everything, I'm like, oh shit.
I had nightmares about that movie.
What, Signs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different.
Because I remember there was like the TV and the kid in the room.
Yeah, he was holding a kid right there with the TV.
Weird.
Yeah, okay, it was weird.
My parents were watching it and I was like supposed to be half asleep on the couch and then I was like peeping, like, trying to watch it. And I remember seeing this alien thing. I was like, oh my God. And I had reoccurring nightmares for like so long. Oh my God. That's why I have not finished that movie till this day. I'm like, I'm going to get back to it. I just remember crop circles and weird shit happening and like, I'm going to get back to it.
I'm going to look at Old. I'm going to see Old.
Yeah, no, it's interesting.
It's worth the watch.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it.
I love a good movie. That's his latest. M. Night Shyamalan, that's his latest work, right?
Yeah.
I watched Hotel Mumbai the other day. Oh my God, I almost cried.
Hotel Mumbai.
It's really good. Yeah. And The Impossible is another really, really, really good movie.
The Impossible? Who's that?
Yeah, I think his name is Owen Wilson. I think that's the Owen Wilson movie. It's on Netflix though. The Impossible is like, yo, this man fought for his family in the trench. Just watch it.
The Impossible. Okay.
And Prisoners.
Shorty's recommendation. The Impossible. And Prisoners.
Yes, watch. Just trust
me. Netflix cut the check.
Yeah. Just cut me my money. Like, run me my money. I support good stuff, okay?
Cut the check.
I support the good stuff, and I will get you views. So run me my money.
Okay. Last question comes from Choco Latte. What was the first internet experience that traumatized you?
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
I said the same fucking thing. Ain't that the damn truth?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm iffy on any kind of lesbian porn startup now, whatever, because of that damn thing. Well, because I watch 2 lesbians go at it all the time. No problem. When they start kissing, I was like, okay, I see both of them, they look kind of fire. What you doing with the cup? And then I was like, I don't want it.
No, I want it. Remember.
How long did it take you to actually watch the actual film before you heard what was going on?
No, it was a chick in school.
Right.
It was a chick in school and stuff with her. She's like, oh my gosh, you haven't seen 2 Girls in 1 Cup? And then she's like, he still hasn't seen 2 Girls in 1 Cup. So these assholes, they open up the laptop, somebody's laptop, and they pushed it towards me.
Yeah.
So all of them is watching me and shit. They got like they phones out. I'm like, fuck y'all doing? And I was like, shit, we watching porn right here in the library? I was like, all right. I was like, they look kind of fire.
So how old were you?
I was like,
were you in college?
Yeah. So I want to say maybe like 21, 22.
Because I was in, I think, elementary school.
I was like 21, 22 or stuff, whatever, around that time.
In elementary school when you seen it.
What kind of warped ass, badass kid are you?
Okay, I didn't go looking for it. The kids at school outside. Okay? Everybody was talking about it. I went to school with some badass kids.
Clearly! Elementary school watching 2 Girls in 1 Cup.
Yeah, like everyone was talking about it. And then it was just, man. And then it got showed to me. So we all went to this girl's house after school one day, and she lives like right in front of the school. You know the house that's in front of the school. It's that house.
That's that
house.
That's the lit house. Yeah.
So we went, and everybody's sitting in the computers in the basement. You know, so everyone's like, "Oh, turn off the lights, turn off the lights, turn off the lights," because they're so dumb. And then
that music was depressing too.
And I was like, you guys, it's porn. Like, porn. I was like, and then the girl started laughing. She's like, haha, yeah, it's porn. You want to see? And then I started seeing shit and vomit and oh my god, I started gagging. Like I started gagging. I was like, you know that reflex that comes up? Oh my god, I had to walk away from the screen. And they're like, no, watch it. I was like, why?
Watch it, yeah.
For what? For what? And I just don't know. Like till this day, I'm sure the information is available, but to this day, I still don't know why the fuck that was released into the public.
Yeah, I still don't understand why. But
you know, puke porn is a thing, though, right?
What, poo porn?
Puke, yeah.
Puke porn. I didn't know.
It is.
I know. Poo was because they call it scat.
Yeah, I learned about that.
So when I was hearing about like scat, I'm like, what the fuck is that? I thought it was jazz thing. Like, I donate scat. Like, skibbity doo bop boop boop boop. I thought that was scat.
Yeah,
so that's why I hear scat porn.
Right.
I'm like,
that's
so they're playing jazz music instead of regular porno music.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Okay, enough. Like, just stop.
That's scat though, isn't it?
Yes.
But then apparently, like, if you just want to shit everywhere, that's scat too. I was like,
yes, that's scat.
You're fucked.
So that is scat porn. And then puke porn is definitely a very like big thing. And people pay a lot of money for it. Like people pay, like those fetish girls who do online content and stuff, they make so much money off those things.
Yeah. Dropping deuces.
And vomiting.
Fart in jars.
Yeah, like it's fucking weird.
The fart in jars thing is wild to me now. I'm like, first of all,
people are selling their fart in a jar.
Yeah.
You really need to come back outside, Shorty.
Take my hand. Take my hand. I will bring you back to the reality world.
I've been looking online at all kinds of shit.
You need to come back outside.
I'm gonna have your DM lit. All the weird shit. I'm be like, you know, you need to see this.
I need to
You need to see this,
bro.
Yeah. You be like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what
50K a jar?
That's nuts.
Yeah, so one chick was she was selling her shit for a G a jar.
Yeah, that's right.
A G
and
a
she
jar.
sold 50.
And she already sold
50. That's what it was.
So I'm like, you made 50 bands by just selling poops in a bottle.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, yo, you gotta be a badass chick. That's pretty person privilege right there.
Probably. And you know what's crazy? Like, some people might look at her, and I don't even know what she looks like, but there are people who would look at me like, she's not even all that. Okay, so I was right. See, I have no idea about what you're talking about, but I know that this is a thing where you hear people making these insane amounts of money off doing nothing, and you're like, oh, she's definitely bad. And then when you look, you're like, fuck, I could do this.
Ben!
Damn!
Yo.
How does it make you feel, like, as a man, knowing that you can't get away with this bullshit?
That I can't get away with this bullshit?
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts.
Yeah.
I'm speaking from a dark place. It hurts.
So if you were a woman, you'd be selling ass.
OnlyFans is popping. Life is good. I would fuck a gas price. Fuck with them inflation. You think I would care? I'm the top. I'll be the wildest chick out
all the oxtail.
You damn right. First of all, I don't know about the fetish shit, whatever, because I'm looking like, all right, this is great. You just wire transfer me 100 bands, but who cleaning this up? though? I gotta clean this up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I was like, here's the thing. When I hear some of these OnlyFans chicks and stuff, whatever, like there was a big girl. She was on World Star a few weeks ago and stuff. They had like a clip.
World Star still a thing?
World Star still a thing. When I do research, I go on all types of blogs.
Right.
I'm everywhere. So now
got like 48 tabs open.
You know it. He knows. He knows. He says, "Marv, that's smart." Everybody, why you got so many tabs open? Like
busy,
working.
Told me he's the second string.
Yeah,
the second screen. That's what he needs.
He did say that. I seen this chick. She bought like 3, pushing 400 pounds. Said she made $50K a month from her OnlyFans because they pay for big girl content. And I was like, you just need a vagina.
Yeah.
You just need.
There are men on OnlyFans too, and there are men who make a lot of money too, but they do a lot of play. You know that a lot of maybe straight men may not enjoy.
All right. There's my.
That is the truth.
This is where I'm gonna opt out quietly.
That's where they.
If I gotta wear a hockey mask and jerk off and stuff for that, I do that for the bands.
Yeah.
But if I gotta insert something in somewhere else,
I don't think that bum play is gay.
So a man and a woman. Man and woman, it's a bedroom setting and everything like that. Woman fingers her man in the butt.
I don't think it's gay.
So what about she wears a strap on?
I mean, she's wearing it. I don't think it's gay. I personally...
Swoon, let me see. Swoon.
Because it's a woman doing it to you. Because a man may not want... he may not want a man to do it to him. Like, he may only feel comfortable with his woman using plastic. He may not want a man to do that to him. So I don't think that necessarily makes a man gay. I think he just likes his pleasure. However, I personally would not want to be in a relationship where I constantly have to peg somebody because pegging is not all that fun and it's a lot of work. It's hard.
I'm about to say, you ain't busting though. Because I'm about to say,
I'm just saying it's hard.
Wait. Let's unpack this right here.
Nah, I put it back in the
Pegging
box.
is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Would you like to explain further?
It's hard.
Clearly you've been pegging back before.
Would you like to explain further?
Could you share a pegging story?
No, I do not have. I don't have any stories.
Are you sure?
You sure?
Are you sure?
I feel like you got a pegging story
I got
somewhere.
no stories for this camera.
Something around the corner.
It's a hard thing to do.
Yes, you know,
This whole
something
pegging
around the
thing.
corner.
Pegging thing.
Right around the bend, you know.
I ain't got no stories for this camera.
We're on a Patreon. We'd love to invite you and stuff into a Patreon segment on this.
Yeah, exactly. Pay for that.
We got the Patreon for that one.
Yo. I used to talk to a chick, right?
Yeah.
And I remember one day and stuff when I was at her house, and I knew she told me she was openly bisexual when we met.
Yeah.
So now, I think I went there with 2 condoms. Condoms was done. We used them and everything like that. She's like, oh, before you go, let's do one more round and everything. I'm like, I don't got no more condoms. She's like, look in the drawer right next to the bed. I look, open up, I see a purple jelly strap on in there. And then I see the condoms and I'm looking like, so we're not just going to ignore this damn strap on.
Yeah, we're going to ignore it.
I'm just going to ask a question about this. I'm like, oh, so this what you use on the chicks? And she said, her and some dudes. So I'm like, some meaning plural, multiple dudes.
Yeah.
So she's like, are you into butt play? I'm like, nothing going by my butt but washcloth, boxers, and toilet paper. So like,
yeah,
I don't know.
the traditional stuff.
The traditional stuff.
So, okay, so let me ask you this:
A
woman eating a man's ass.
That's not my thing, but it's normal. I don't like man butt, so I'm not gonna touch it.
I don't like it either.
It's always clenched.
What a coincidence! Look at us. We're not into men
We're
butt.
bonding, but no, it's just always clenched and like, why does it look like that? No, for real though. But it is normal. It's normal. You hear about it more and more often. The older you get, the freakier people become.
I realize that.
I agree that.
I realize
I agree
that.
to that.
So things that were like, oh, I'm 21, I ain't never gonna do that shit. You turn 30 and you're like, it's another hole to play with. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's normal. I think, and a lot of men enjoy it.
I just don't feel like to me, I just don't see a proper positioning where it could feel like I could be comfortable with it.
You're gonna
if I'm holding up my legs,
slut it out. That's it.
You're gonna be slutted out.
You gotta just slut it out.
Yeah,
just slut it out.
I don't think there's any.
Why me? You slutted out. You've been married longer. It's
out,
okay to be slutted out. Remember, it's with your woman.
Listen, you just try to figure out how to be comfortable with it. Shorty just said, just slut it out. Just slut it out.
What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do about it? Just bust it open. What you mad about? It's your pussy.
It's your pussy.
Like, what are you gonna do?
Bust it. Yo.
Bust open your pussy.
Bust open your pussy. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think it's kind of normal. And as a man, your G-spot is in your anus, so.
The average man. I think mine's because I'm extraordinary. Mine's on the tip of my penis. So I don't know about these guys. When I hear these things, I'm like, oh, your G-spot's in your butt. Smooth shit. You're different, man. Me's on the tip of my dick. I don't know what to tell you.
It's definitely there, okay? You just, not everybody's interested in exploring, and that's okay. I mean, like, anal is something for men and women that it's you have to get there.
You have to be real comfortable.
You have to get comfortable. Everybody has to get comfortable with that other hole. You've only known that hole to go one way your whole life. Like, come on.
Still going one way.
And you're the oldest one in the room.
You see?
We had this conversation one day, me, him, and his wife, right? We're in this conversation, we're talking about like being immortal or living for a long ass time. Mm-hmm. His wife was like, yo, if we're gonna be living like damn near forever, us three and stuff like that, she's like, you might as well switch sides. I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, well, if you've been living life this way for the longest, you might as well try a new thing. So I'm like, no.
Here's your offer. Take it back.
No, thank you. I'll humbly decline.
Graciously decline.
Graciously decline. But I was like, no. My G-spot is definitely here in the tip.
In the front.
In the tip.
In the front.
You think that.
No, I know that.
No, you think that.
I had a lot of orgasms and a lot of finishes from just here.
You're going to think that, so you got one day and you're going to be like, ah! You're going to be singing like Jill Scott. Okay? Just remember that. Just remember. It will happen. Okay? It will happen. You're gonna find the right one. And she's not even going to tell you she's going to do
That's the wrong one. Because you went in the wrong hole.
Was that, what movie? Was that American Pie?
What? Oh, the finger?
Yeah.
No, Road Trip. It was a Stifler. It was a Stifler.
I never saw that.
Yeah, it was with Stifler.
Right.
He was with
That's
the chick
what I
and stuff
remember.
at the prostate place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed money for so they donated sperm. Mm-hmm. And he was having a hard time and stuff. He's like, so he looked at the nurse. He's like, yo, what's up? Can you help me out? She's like, I got you. Put on the gloves. He's like, oh yeah. And she bent him over. He's like, what the? He's like, he filled up like 2 cups. I was
Oh, well, yeah. See.
Oh.
See? Yeah, I mean,
is that Jill Scott moment?
She
pegged
him. I wonder if she found it hard.
See? If she pegged him, she could get like a whole orphanage. Like, you good.
Holy fuck. I'm done.
It's true, though. It's true.
Yo, thank you for coming through, man.
Of course.
We appreciate you, man. Let's hit it off for the Associated Sons this week. Associated Sons this week says, waste your money, don't waste your time.
You always get money back.
Associated Sons.
Yes.
You can barely get that time back.
Time.
Well, in this economy, I don't know about the money either. At least you have a chance. Because you can't go to yesterday.
No, I agree to that. 100.
That's how it goes.
Yes, boo. Appreciate you. You know, always welcome. Always love you when you come through and everything like that. You taught Smooth a lot about getting bust down with his pussy.
The pussy. You know what I mean?
Look,
might be open for business later on in life.
I'm 25 now. Okay, I'm almost 26. Like I said, I have a different perspective on life. And I'm not eating nobody's butt, but I do know.
But
I'm learning and I'm hearing about things, you know. And the older, like I said, the older you get, you start activating different feelings and get all these.
Well, I mean, Marv always says, I mean, if you and doing missionary for 20 years,
why the hell would you do that?
Of life?
But that's what I'm saying. Some people and stuff, they've been doing missionary stuff like forever. It's only so long that one position can keep you.
I'm not vanilla, so I can't even comment on these things.
Right. So that's what I'm saying.
That is insane.
And this is when people start to explore other revenues and other ventures and stuff like that.
Yes.
Too.
You know what's interesting? Like, I know you're about to cut your show, but I was having this conversation, you know, this girl, she talks to a lot of athletes and stuff. And she's a trans woman. And when we were having this discussion, I was saying that, you know, okay, an average man has or a athlete or any type of famous man has access to so much women, right? And if he's in a different city every night and he's always traveling, a businessman, whatever he is, like, it's just endless vagina.
Right.
It's going to be thrown at him or he's going to get it or whatever it is. And it's like, he may get bored. And that's why you always hear like these stories about like, you know, these really rich guys or like famous guys, and they have like these kinks and these fetishes and they like certain types of play. But I mean, like, you'll probably get tired of doing that, you know, missionary all the time with the same person.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, how many times and how many different women can you do it with until you're like, I want something on my ass. Like,
yeah. And like, and just also these guys are exposed to a lot of things too, right?
So much more than the average person.
Yeah,
They're
correct.
meeting so much people all the time. And I also learned that, you know, a lot of men in power have like they like to be submissive and they have a humiliation kink.
Yeah.
The girls be saying, man, you know.
I met a dominatrix and stuff before, and she told me, she's like, these guys, if you're talking about like Fortune 500 type of dudes, lawyer types and all that type of judge type.
Yeah.
They I guess because they're constantly telling people what to do.
They want someone to tell them what to do. Yeah.
So the power dynamic
that's
is
your job.
They want to turn off.
They want turn off. Like,
So
I'm
they
doing this
like,
all day long for a living. When I have
I want somebody to
fun,
yell at me and tell me what to do.
tell me I ain't shit.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Got
It happens.
Got it.
It does happen.
Yes, folks. Thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Like, comment, subscribe.
All of that.
All platforms possible. PodicalSons.com. Remember, thank you for listening. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits and bussies don't.
Listen.
Wait, what?
before we sign off, Shorty, tell them where they can find you.
Well, I've changed my username because I'm kind of an adult now. So it's love.shorty.x on Instagram and at Dark Angel Cosmetics because I'm still doing my makeup.
Yes.
I'm still out here. I'm just,
Sweet. And stay tuned as we're going to have her on more episodes. Of course, you know we love Shorty.
I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back with
Peace.
my adulting.
Peace.
The Podical Sons was not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.